Gotta retract my stuff.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so whenever I come into a new system
Ready to engage.
that kind of doesn't really show me anything on my first
2, 1, engage.
scan, I'll kind of put the sun behind me and just sort of head away from it, based on the idea that there's got to be something in here. Go ahead and get that more directly behind me. And I don't think that increasing the range, you can increase, you see that little yellow guy down there, you can increase or decrease the displayed range. I'm not sure that has any effect on the range of how much you actually scan. And let's get this adjusted up a little bit. We maybe just out of luck. Sometimes it's good to do a visual scan, that way if you can see anything that obviously looks like it's right here. There's the plane of the orbit. Seeing anything. Let's go ahead and just push it up, go to max. This is looking pretty damn boring. Let's go the other way here a little bit. There's nothing sexy here at all. No contacts, no nothing. Just a lot of places to go to. So let's see where we feel like going. Now, Sol. Everyone seems to be posting videos on going to Sol, which I guess is all fine and dandy. Let's go here. While I'm doing that, it's still going, so since I've been waiting a little while and going in this direction, we can go ahead and do a scan. Alright, still seeing nothing. Let's go ahead and put everything away. And let's hit it. Oh, that's weird.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright. I'm trying to... yeah, so we'll go through here. Go to Gordon Plant. Never been. I don't think I've been to anything in this system before. I know I haven't been to this system before, so... well, let's go do that. That looks like fun. It's going a little too fast. Let's whip around. Now, here's another thing I hate to admit. I had no clue how to get to these things. I'd be in Super Cruise, which is what I'm in now, and I'd get to it, and I'd wonder, well, why the hell, when I get to it, doesn't it just drop me into it? I mean, I have it set as my destination. It's giving me alignment and distance and speed stuff. And so I'd end up driving around this point forever. Well, what it's doing is it's waiting for you to hit the same button you hit to go into Super Cruise or jump mode to exit out into this. So safe, disengage, ready. That means you got to hit the button, which I just did. So you hit the button that you hit to go into Super Cruise, and then you get to drop in. So what are we going to see? Oh, holy crap. And he is clean.
Target shields offline.
He is clean.
Target shields online.
He's dangerous, and he's clean. All right, everybody seems to be clean and wonderful here.
Target shields offline.
Well, that's boring. Nobody to shoot at.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
All right, so they're all clean. So we'll just go back to Gordon Plant.
Frameshift drive charging.
Excuse me.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
All right, so once you get into Super Cruise, you're sort of establishing a general speed and for turning and all that kind of stuff. But as you're approaching what you're trying to get to, it's going to automatically adjust your speed. You just need to keep your nose on it. For my money, this is one of the dumber parts of the game. I want to have a button that just, I hit it and it automatically keeps my nose aimed at what I'm aimed at. Most of you are going to have to do a little bit of adjusting with your joysticks if that's what you're using. I know for my joystick I had to increase the dead zone because when I'd let go of it, it would drift one direction or another. So if you let go of your joystick and you find you're drifting down, you need to increase the dead zone on your pitch and your yaw. Or your pitch, excuse me. If you're going left or right, then you want to adjust your yaw. And then the same for your, your rotational, your left, right, rotational, that kind of stuff. Whatever direction you're finding that you're drifting when you let go of the joystick, that's the stuff you need to adjust for. I think that makes sense. Let's do a scan just because I can. Now again, as you arrive here, it's going to get into that little blue zone for distance and speed. It's going to give you the disengage warning in the center of the screen, and you need to hit that button again. And that's another thing that took me a little while to figure out, frankly. There's so many little things that are just freaking annoying that it on top of having to map all of these controls out to things that feel good for you, it felt like there was... I got to admit, there were a few times I just said, you know what, when I have more time to block out for this, I'll do that. But for months, I would just let it sit because I wasn't interested in going all that trouble. I got to tell you, once you do get it done, you're going to have, this is going to be one of those games where you sit down and you play it for hours and hours. I mean, you're going to start at like 4 in the afternoon and wake up and realize it's 4 in the morning. So... all right, so the quick and easy way, I mean, obviously I'm facing it right there. You can see the entry point right there. But it rotates on the face of the opening. So you're either going to head for its ass or its mouth if you figure out how it's rotating just by looking at it. And then when I've figured out the rotational part, I look for the vapor trails. You have to be within 7,500 kilometers before you can ask for permission to land.
Docking request granted.
And as I said, I have got a lot of my directional thrusters mapped out to the keyboard, so I'm using the joystick and the keyboard, the joystick and the keyboard together at the moment. And now I've let that go. Then usually just before I'm about to go through the door, I pop down the landing gear.
Scan detected.
I'm on pad 21. There's pad 21. Now, and you know, this is going to look very graceful compared to the way I used to. In fact, I think the very first video I ever did for Elite Dangerous was on here. Luckily, it's gone now because I looked like a moron. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit of a moron right there.
Engines disengaged.
But for me, that was the hardest part of the damn game. It was just landing the damn thing. Alright. Refuel everything. That's one thing you'll need to also be aware of. When it says repair all here, it's not referring to everything. It's your regular wear and tear maintenance is not included in that number. So you need to always pop into repairs to make sure. Let's see. I'm almost sure that I have a bounty from somewhere that's owed to me. Nope. Alright. I've collected on all those, so I'm good. Let's figure out which direction we want to go, see if we can find anything to haul in that direction. Seoul is that way, but I can't help thinking my way to go to get there. I guess I can go either way. I think my best bet is to go to LHS 252. So let's go to the bulletin board and see what we have. Alright, where's LH? That's a pretty good chunk of change. Where's LHS 221? LHS 221 is right. There's that. Wait a minute. LHS 221. That's 2211. Alright, fine. LHS 221. So there's LHS, so I'd have to go that way, which is a little bit out of the way I want to go. So I'm not going to take that gig. Screw them. I don't want to. So I'm going to go to there. One thing you'll also want to be aware of is tonnage. Try to figure out where you're going to go and figure out the tonnage prior to leaving the station, so you know you can actually get there once you've exited the station. This is what I did that screwed me up last time. I had bought the next thing up. I had gotten like reinforced alloys or something, and it increased it by 1 ton. Which ended up screwing me up pretty bad. But anyway, alright. Shield generator is class 3, or class C. Or excuse me, class 2 E rating. I'm always looking to improve that. Let's see if I can get any money for it. Now this is why I like to do the map thing. This is where you'll just get some extra cash. Every once in a while, you'll be surprised by how much money you get because you have more data on the systems you've visited. There's been a lot of times I've done hauling where I get to where I'm going, and having gone through a couple of systems and mapped them, I come back in here and get an extra $3-4 grand just because I mapped them. So always keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and get the heck out of here.